Hi everyone. In this week, we will continue with comparisons, conditionals, and while loops. My name is Dr. Muhammed Gölek from Boğaziçi University Computer Engineering Department. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to learn and answer how to understand and use comparison operators, how to understand and use logical operators, how to write conditional statements, how to apply chained comparisons, how to understand and use loops, how to exit loops conditionally, how to combine while loops with else. Let's start with comparison operators. Comparison operators are used to check the relationship between two values. They return either true or false. The equality operator equal checks whether two objects are the same. As an example, testing if the two numbers are equal. In the screen, you can see all operators and their meanings. The first one for to check equal, like A equal B. If A and B operands are equal, it will return true. If they are not equal, it will return false. In second operator, checking for not equal to. It means, let me give more, let me give better examples. Like I can use maybe numbers exactly. For example, if we say 2 not equal to, so it is false. It will return false. It is opposite side of 2 equal to operators. If we write here 2 equal to, let me clean and give more clear examples here. Okay, let's start from beginning. Okay, if we check, let's say 2 and 2. As they are same, it will return true. But in the second operators, not equal to, if we check that one, it will return false. And third one, checking greater than. For example, if we say 3 greater than 2, then it will, as it is correct, it will return true. But if we ask in the fourth one, less than, like, okay, if 3 less than 2, it's not correct, it will return false. And fifth operator for checking if the numbers or if the operands are greater than or equal to each other, like let's say 5, if 5 greater than 2. Is it correct or false? What do you think? As it is correct, it will return true. In the last one, in the last operator, it is checking for if the operands less than or equal to each other. Like if we say 3 less than or equal 3. What do you think? What it will return in this case? As they are equal each other, it will return true. And let's go to Python to do some examples together. For example, in the first case, we say x and y equal 5 and 5. It means x5, y5. And if I check if x equal y, and if I print it, what we're supposed to see here? As they are equal each other, it will return true. Okay, in second example, we are using not equal to operators or operator, and we say x equal to 5, y equal to 3, and please check it if x not equal to y. So what we're supposed to see here, if I run it, is they are not equal each other, it will return true. And the third options and the third examples, we are checking if the operands greater than each other, x10, y7, is 10 bigger than 7, it will return true. And in this example, is 4 less than 9, it will return true one more time. And here we are checking greater than or equal to. As 6 and 6 equal each other, it will return true one more time. And here as 3 less than 8, it will return true one more time. And also we can use comparison operators for strings. They are not only for integers or floats. Also you can use it for checking strings. For example, if I say, okay, name one variable equal to Muhammad is my name as a string, and second variable again equal to my name. So they're exactly the same, right? Even letters, capitals, small, they're totally the same. So if I check if name one equal name two, it's supposed to see true. Let me first describe here. Okay, I forget to run that one, that's why. Okay, it's true. And if I define letter 1 as a, letter 2 as a B, they are not same, right? Because every letter has different ASCII numbers. You can check what it is if you're interested, otherwise leave it. Also, we can say they are different. If we run that one, it will return false as they are not same. Letter 1 is A, letter 2 is B. Also, we can compare string values like less than, bigger than operators, right? By using that one. In this case, A has maybe, I don't remember exact ASCII numbers, but let's say 80, and B ASCII number is 81 because it is coming after A. A, B, C, it is going like that one, right? So if I compare like that one, B, if A less than B, so it will return true. Now we can continue with logical operators. They are and, or, and not, and returns true if both operands are true, like that one. True and true equal true. If any operand is false, like false and true, it will return false. In the second logical operators, or, it will return true if either of the operands are true. It means true or false. If I ask it, it will return true. But if all operands are false, like false or false, it will exactly return false. And in the last logical operators, not, it will return true if the operands in false. Like, okay, we say not true equal to false, not false equal to true. To better understand, we can go to Anaconda and do some exercises together. Let's say x equal to y equal to. If I ask true and true, what we're supposed to see here? So it will return true. In the second example, if I say x true, y false, true or false, what we see here, what you're supposed to see here, exactly it will return true. And if I say x false, not false means true. And here it will return false as number 7 less than 9. So the question is true, sorry, false or 1. What we're supposed to see here? It will return 1. I will explain that one little bit later. Just give me a second. And again here, 0 and 10. What we're supposed to see here. So it will return 0. Let me explain that one, how it is working. Okay, in logical operations or operators, it's important in logical operations if the operands are numerical values like integer and float, any non-zero value is considered as a true. If the operand is a string, any non-empty string is considered as a true. Let's check together the examples. For example, if I print bool 0, it will return false because we said, right, any non-zero value is 0. Sorry, any zero value like false, 0, or empty string, they all equal to false. But numbers, integers, strings, any of them are totally true. In this case, as it is 0, it will return false. Here, numbers, it is true. Again, number, true. In string, as I said before here, if it is empty, it will return false. As it is empty, false. That one, second one, is not empty because there is this space here, space character. So it is true. If we say print hello, bool hello, it is again true because it's not empty. And the last rule, and I want to draw your attention here a little bit. In the AND operators, it always returns the first false value. If not, it returns the last operand. Let me explain. What is false value? False value means like 0, false, and empty string. If we go to examples about AND here, let's check together. If I ask print 1 and false, this operand is truth value, right? It's not 0, it is 1, so it is truth value. So if I ask truth and false, it will return false because it's about this rule, right? That one. Sorry. And always returns the first value, first false value. Here, first false value is false. That's why it returns false. If we go there, 1 and 2. So there is no any false value. So it will return second value again as a true. And if I ask 0 and 2, as we have false value here, it will return this false value, 0. And again, here it is same example. Again, it will return true, so 0. And let me try to give extra example here. If we go to Anaconda, let me find this example here. For example, it's AND operators again, and our first false value is 0, so it will return 0. Or let me think about what I can give example as example. Let's ask 3 and 5, for example. If I ask you what is print 3 and 5, what you're supposed to see, what it will return. So there is no false value here, right? So it will return last value, 5. Let's check together. If I write here 3 and 5, it will supposed to return 5. I think now it's clear. And once we come to or always returns the first truth value. Otherwise, returns the last operand. If we check here, that one returns false or m. So what was the rule? The rule was it will return the first truth value. If there is no truth value, it will return the last operand. So here it is false. then it will return second value. Okay, here again it is and, be careful. And what was rule about and? It always returns the first false value, if not returns the last operand. So that one is not falsy, it is true, right? Not falsy. So it will return true. That one is and, that one is or, example again. It will return false. Then we are checking false or false. Again, that one is false, right? So if there is no any truth value, it will return last operand. It is that one. And again, we have one more and. That one is false, and that one is uh, string with empty. So we are checking these two. So it will returns the first value again. So it is false. You can do more exercises by yourself by using maybe Anaconda. And in this case, again, that one is false and is asking all one, right? So there is no truth value here, so it will return the second one as a rule. Okay, now we can continue with conditional statements. It means if, that one is else if, but sorry, that one is else, that one is else if, but I will say for short elif, right? If, else, and elif. Let's start with the basic conditions, like if condition equal to, it will run the code below the if block here. For example, if we ask user to input his or her name, and if he or her put any name, any string, then it will come here, check it will check it. That one, if that one is true, it will go inside of this block and print the name. Let me go to Anaconda. Okay, let's do together. If I run that one, it will ask the name. If I say my name, okay, enter, then as I write anything, any characters like Muhammad, or even if I say A, M, D, something like this, it will meet the conditions after if, and it will go inside of the block and it will print my name. If I say A, it will return A. If I write 1, it will return 1, right? If I say anything, just enter, it means just, nothing. Then it will not enter this block because we don't meet the requirements or condition. What if I put here false? Even that one will not return. What if I write 0 again? If we go to second example, if I, okay, it's asking enter a number and it's converted integer, and it is checking here. If the number less than 8, then print the number you enter is less than 10. Okay, you can say 8 because it is 8, right? Okay. If I run it and if I put 7, as 7 meet this condition, it will return true, and the code block will enter the inside of if condition here. But if I write here 10, it will not meet this requirement on condition, and it will return false as 10 bigger than uh, greater than 8. It will return false and it will not enter this block. Okay, and also we can use conditional statements if, elif, else with comparison operators like equal or less than. Let's ask the question, which city is neighboring Balıkesir, Bilecik, Kütahya, and Yalova? The answer should be Bursa, right? But okay, let's write here Bursa like that one. No, small letters, not capitals. And okay, if I write here Bursa, and it will appoint Bursa enter variable, and it will check it. By the way, that one using for change your letters to lower characters. For example, if I write here capital Bursa, it will convert it to Bursa by using this function. For now, you can skip, but I just explained. Okay, if I write Bursa, it will take my string Bursa and I point to entered variable. And in this if condition, it will check it. If the string I enter equal to Bursa, if it is, it will return true. If you remember comparison operators. Then, as it is true, it will enter this block and print, okay, you did correct as well. But if I write something like Istanbul, then no, it's not correct and it will not enter the if block. So we can continue with if else statements. So if our condition is not equal to true or is not meet this condition, it will go to else block directly, and else block will be executed. To be able to give example, I will go back to Anaconda again. Yeah, again same example, right? I just put else condition here. Okay, which city is neighboring Balıkesir, Bilecik, Kütahya, and Yalova? I will put some string value here. It will be appointed entered, and if entered equal Bursa, it will enter this block and it will print, okay, you did answer. Is that correct? And if I put something else, it will go to else and it will print, sorry, your answer is wrong. Let's run it. Okay, I forget to write something here. Okay, now we can run that one. Okay, if I write Bursa and as it is correct, it will return that one. And if I write something else like Istanbul, okay, it will go directly else and it will return, okay, sorry, it is wrong as well. And let's continue with second subsection. If, elif, and else statements. Okay, I wanna draw your attention here. Let's say we have three conditions like if, elif, and else. If the statements meet this condition, if it is true, then the block under if will be executed. But in the second case, if the condition not correct here or not meet requirement of if conditions, it will skip this block, it will not run it, it will check the second one. It is elif condition. And if it is correct, if it is true in this condition, and if it meets this condition, then it will be executed here, right? Otherwise, if the condition doesn't meet any requirements after if and elif, it will go to last option, it is else, then this block will be executed, right? Okay, again, we can go to Anaconda and check together. Okay, for first case, for first example, let's say x or x equal to 10 and s 10 greater than 5. Okay, it will run this block because it is true, right, in this case. Then it will not check any other conditions after if, because if block will execute it or if it is executed, it will not check other conditions. So we will see, okay, case 1, the first condition is true. In the second example, okay, we say x equal to 5 and now we can check it. X greater than 5, no, it's false, so it will not run that one. It will check the elif condition. X equal 5, yes, it is true, then it will run and print this string in the screen. In the last scenario or example, we say x equal to 2 and that one is wrong. It is not greater than 5, so it will not enter this condition. Again, it will check second one. X equal 5, no. Again, wrong. So it will go to last option and it will return all conditions are false. Okay. If elif else statements versus if else statements. So what is difference these two? Why I don't use every time if and else instead of if and elif? So what is the advantage of elif or disadvantage? So we can understand again by giving example here. If I say a equals 7 and it will check first here, right? 7 greater than 2. So as it is correct, it will run this code and it will not check other statements. In the second example here, a equal to 7 and that one is correct, right? 7 bigger than 2, so it will run that one, run. And as other blocks also if, it will check all of them. In the first scenario, as it runs if condition, it didn't check other conditions. But in the second scenario, as they're all if, it will check all of them step by step, step by step. So it will run also that one as it is correct. It will run also that one as it is correct. Let's go to Anaconda and see what will happen. It was the first scenario. If I say A7 and it will go to if and 7 greater than 2, yes, it will run that one and it will not check others, even their correct conditions. And if I say A equals 7, that one is correct, it will run it. As it is if, it will check also that one, correct. As we use if, it will check also that one, correct. Then it will run these three. Okay, let's continue. Nested statements. So it means we can use if, elif, and else within each other. So we can use more than if, else together, right? Let's go to example to Anaconda. If I ask the user to enter any number here and convert to integer, and I will check here if number greater than 0, okay, print number is positive, and we are inside of the if condition right here. So it will check again if number is divisible by 5. If it's correct, it will print yes, number is divisible. Otherwise, it will print no, it's not divisible. But if I put here -2, it will not enter this block as it's not correct condition. It will directly go to else and it will print the number is negative. Let's try 15. So it will enter here as it is correct and it will check if it is divisible by 5. Yes, it is divisible, so it will enter here and it will done. But if I put here -2, it will directly go to else condition as it doesn't meet requirements of this condition. Let's enter. Okay, we can continue with while loop. While loops also have conditions, and until the condition turn to false, it will keep continue working. Let's go to Anaconda and check it together. Okay, it is here. Let's say I equal to 2 and while I less than or equal to 10, keep it work, like print I values and increase I values by 2, right? So it will start from 2 and it will go to 4, it will go to 6, 8. Once the I value reach the 10, it will print it as a last time, then it will go to 12, then the condition will turn to false because 12 less than, sorry, greater than 10, right? So it will terminate. Let's go to other example here. Okay, let me run it first of all. Okay, here it is asking from users to put or input any number. Then if check it, if we press Q, it will say, okay, you choose to quit and program ended. Else, it will calculate the cube of the number you put, right? Let's check together. For example, if I say 4, it will return 64. As you can see, it is still working. After calculation, it is still working. It will work till forever if I don't put Q. If I put, okay, let me write 5 again. It's working, as you can see. But if I put Q here, then it will come and check here. As it will false, then it will terminate. Okay, we did this example. And nested while loops again. It means we can use whiles, within each other. Two lines here, sorry, two while here. Let's go to Anaconda to understand better. Okay, it will continue until I less than 5. I mean, if we put I as a 6, then it will terminate. If we go to inside of first while loop, again, the second while loop will continue till g less than 4. If it is 5, it will just stop. To understand better, you can spend a little bit time, even you can change the numbers and see what will happen. And break and continue comments. For example, if you put true here as a condition for while loop, it will work forever, right? Because I can't change it to false directly because there is no condition. So I will put break comment here. Once I equals 7, it will break this loop and finish, and it terminates. Let's go to Anaconda and see it. Let's say I equal to 1 and keep worked while loop until break comment run. So if I run it, it will start on 1. Okay, it will go inside of while loop. It will print 1. It will print now. Let's check, as you can see. And it will check it if 1 equals 7. No. So it will continue with this line. It will print comparison was made and blah blah blah, and it will increase I to it was 1, right? Now it will change to 2, and it will come back again here. Okay, print 2, print this string, then check 2 equals 7. No, then it will continue like I reach to 7, right? Once it is 7, it will print again one more time. I print this string, then it will check if 7 equals 7. Yes, then it will just stop. So we cannot see 8 here. Again, one more example. Until I put Q, or until I give Q as an input value, this loop will continue forever, right? Okay, it is asking enter a number to calculate its square root. Let's say 4. Then it will return 2. If I put 4, it will come here, right? I just put here 4. And it will check, okay, 4 equal Q. No. Then continue with this line. Okay, 4 less than 0. No. Then continue with this line. Then it will calculate 2. It will print 2. But if I say minus 6, for example, it will come here. Okay, minus 6 equal Q. No. Then continue with that one. Minus 6 less than 0. Yes. So it will print this value, but it will continue. Continue means go back to first line under while loop. So it will not terminate while loop. It will just send you back here. Clear? Let's check it. If I enter, as you can see again, it is coming back to first line. If I put Q this time, it will check, it will take Q here. It will check, okay, if Q equal Q, yes, then print this and terminate. Enter. As you can see, it's terminated. And also, we can use else condition with while. Let's continue with the same example again. Okay, this time we will have two chance. Two chance means it will ask us, okay, what is the answer of this question? If I put Izmir and Istanbul and Ankara, then it will stop and it will print, sorry, you tried twice and lost your chance. So I have to find correct answer in two chances, in the first try or second try. If we go to Anaconda again here, okay, we can continue with while else. Example here, let me run it. Okay, here it is asking, first of all, it will print which city is the question, right? It will print question and it will say, remind you, you only have two chances. And we define answer variable and we appoint number one to I. So we start while loop here. It will enter while loop and start the first line. Okay, print and chance. It is that one because I is 1 at the moment, right? Then I will type, for example, Izmir, the wrong answer. It will check, okay, answer equal Bursa. If yes, break the loop. Otherwise, continue and increase I number. 1, maybe it was 1 and it will go to 2. Then again, it is under the loop and it will continue like this. Let's see. Let me enter. Now we go to second chance. If I say Ankara, for example, then again it will check, okay, Ankara equal Bursa, no. Then again, increase the number, it was 2, now it will be 3. Then this condition will be false. So it will go to else condition and say, sorry, you tried twice and lost. Again, spend a little bit time and change some numbers. We can say 3, 4, 5. Then you can understand better. If we go to last subsection, okay, here we can also use while loop to define series. In mathematics, there are a lot of big series still, limited or unlimited values. So for calculation of pi number, we can use this series, and for calculate this series, we can use while loop. Let's go to Anaconda. Before going, let me explain a little bit more. We'll say limit, let's say limit. I think that one. I pointed 1000 and we will start from 0 and 0 and we will sum all values and appoint it to total, right? If I write here 0 like this, for example, 4 and equal 0, right? It will go to like this, 2 times 0 plus 1 plus, we will say 1 again, minus 1, 1, 2 times 1 plus 1. And it will continue so on like this till n equal to 1000 because we say limitation 1000, right? So once it reaches to 1000, it will stop the while loop and it will print the value of pi number. If we go to Anaconda again and okay, let me go, and if I run it, okay, it calculates the pi number as a 3.14.